The superhero series Invincible tackles one of the most well-liked plot techniques in the genre in the Multiverse premiere of Season 2, complete with temporal shifts and multiple incarnations of the major characters. Robert Kirkman, the creator of The Walking Dead, drew inspiration for the adult animated series from his eponymous Image Comics book. The main character of Invincible, Mark Grayson, starts to gain abilities when he becomes 17 years old. Mark gains control over his skills with his father, Nolan Grayson Omni-Man, teaching him. But in contrast to other superhero fiction, the show doesn't hesitate to highlight Mark's hardships in a critical manner. Mark has a lot on his plate, including juggling his personal life with his heroic responsibilities and learning some unsettling facts about people close to him. Since Omni-Man is the most powerful being on the Earth in addition to being a superhero, that alone presents a challenge. Omni-Man says in the Invincible Season 1 finale that the Viltrum Empire has dispatched him to take over Earth. Upon failing to convince Mark to accompany him, Nolan destroys thousands of lives in Chicago. Before the second season of Invincible begins, Omni-Man leaves the world because he is unable to reconcile his mission with his love for Mark and his wife Debbie. At the conclusion of the first season of Invincible, Nolan betrays his family and makes his actual plans to conquer Earth known. Not only does Omni-Man destroy Chicago, but he also almost kills Mark since the latter declines to support him. After being reduced to a pulp, Mark encourages Nolan to concentrate on his love for his family, which forces Omni-Man to leave the world. As the Viltrumite threat approaches, Mark spends the last portion of Episode 8, Where I Really Come From, trying to make sense of the differences between the father he knew and the man he became. The second episode of Invincible, A Lesson for Your Next Life, begins on a destroyed other Earth, which is an intriguing change of events. The Earth depicted in the opening scene differs significantly from the main reality, because Mark teams up with his father on the parallel Earth. Mark almost kills Angstrom Levy, a scientist in this destroyed reality, but the character escapes via an odd portal made by a different version of himself. Levy is a parody of Marvel's Kang the Conqueror, jumping between multiple universes and constructing portals. He even utilizes his powers to learn crucial information about the multiple realities of Invincible. Though it hasn't disclosed much about the workings of its multiverse, Invincible does explain Angstrom Levy's motivation for wanting to kill Invincible as he devolves into a convoluted villainy. The fact that every other Mark Grayson joins Omni-Man in his mission to conquer Earth is one of the most important revelations from the Invincible Season 2 opener and its multiple timelines. It appears that the only known reality whereby Invincible confronts his father and persuades him to renounce his destructive mission is the primary Season 1 universe. By differentiating Mark, the what-if other reality opener enhances the main character's depth. That is, the Mark that audiences are following is unique if all prior incarnations of him opted to support Omni-Man. The multiverse metaphor, which has grown to be a crucial component of the superhero genre, is also used in this narrative framework in one of the best and most effective ways. Some films, like Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse, cleverly employ this plot idea, but others, like DC's The Flash or the MCU's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, fail to make any meaningful use of the parallel world's premise. The reason Invincible works so well is that the program realizes it doesn't need to show viewers endless versions of Mark. Instead, it just needs to compare these Omni-Man sidekicks to the bravery of Mark from Season 1. It appears that crazy scientist Mahler always wants a clone around as an insurance policy, regardless of the time frame, even if they aren't actually twins. This is shown to be sensible reasoning in the second season opener. Using his portal powers, Angstrom Levy frees one of the Mahler twins, and he then begs the scientist to construct a device that will enable him to combine the minds of his variations. An all-out brawl breaks out when multiple Mahler twin variations emerge just as Mark seems to be stopping Levy. Ultimately, just one Mahler twin, his face deformed, emerges from the explosions to Bryce. It's intriguing to watch the various iterations of the energy and matter-manipulating Eve that exist across the show's multiverse, as many TV viewers are curious as to whether Adam, Eve, and Mark ever get together in the show's source material. The alternate timeline, Eve is a member of the Resistance forces attempting to stop Omni-Man and Mark in the opening scene of Season 2. The other Eve has seen a lot, as evidenced by her chopped hair, darker attire, and several scars running down her face. All of the designs of other characters appear to stay consistent throughout the many universes. Eve's radically altered appearance reveals how profoundly Mark's choice changes her path. Rexplode, Eve's ex, has passed away in the parallel reality of Invincible. Rexplode is slowly becoming a more dependable team player in the main universe of the program, especially since Omni-Man betrayed them. It's unclear, though, how he fared in the alternate reality after Mark chose to side with his father. When Levy returns to the Resistance's bunker and says he wasn't followed, viewers discover that Rex was slain by Mark and Nolan. "We're safe," he adds, to which Eve laughs and responds, "Yeah, that's what Rex thought," too, suggesting that he made an effort to oppose the evil father-son pair. The first 8 episodes of Invincible's season hinge on what happens to Angstrom Levy. They travel to the family, a collection of numerous Angstrom Levies, most of whom are from realities that Omni-Man and Mark destroyed. After the portal-making Levy saves a version of himself, Levy is eager to learn about the worlds of his variations and believes that the knowledge he gathers will help save billions of lives. Levy is prevented by the show's main universe, Mark, after assigning the Mauler twins to build him a gadget that will enable him to absorb the knowledge and memories of his other incarnations. When Levy informs Mark that his scheme is for the benefit of society as a whole, Mark scoffs and remarks that he's heard that one before. It makes sense that he is still processing Nolan's treachery and his feelings of remorse regarding his father's legacy. In the last moments of the episode, Angstrom Levy's somewhat of a god complex comes through, despite his moral uncertainty and seeming good intents. The gadget blows up when Levy interrupts the memory knowledge transmission too soon, killing all of his variations and leaving him disfigured. Driven to the verge of despair by the violent recollections of his past selves, Angstrom Levy vows revenge, establishing him as the main antagonist of Invincible's second season.